Welcome back, guys, for another episode of the week ahead. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today I'll be talking about SPY. I'll be doing a deep dive on the price action of SPY, talk about what happened last week and what we can expect for next week. I'm also going to talk about my game plan and what I'm looking to see on SPY. Before actually talking about the specific of last week, look at this price action right here. So if you've been following my analysis on SPY, I've been talking about the all-time high that actually happened in 2022. And I was talking about how SPY will actually come back and try to retest that level. Of course, we actually came back, retest that level, and now it seems like we're bouncing. If you want to look at SPY at the bigger picture, all we have in right now is pretty much a strong break and retest. So right now, so far, this level pretty much holding as a nice support. That's pretty good for the buyers. But now the issue is, if this level actually will be holding up for long, or is it gonna be just a fake bounce and just break that level again? It all depends about what's happening in the market. Right now, the main narrative is about tariff, and every tension that actually happened with tariff usually affect the price action live. Let's go deeper on last week's price action and see what happens. Last week was pretty insane. All right, so last week I think the stock market had its biggest gain since 2028. We have a day where we went 1 and 2%. Wednesday was one of the biggest days, like strong buying pressure, strong booty pressure. You can see from the open. Let me remove this really quick. From the open to the close, while we have no wicks on that candle. Strong buying pressure. Buyers dominated the whole day. One of the strongest day ever. This candle it's really beautiful. One of the biggest candle I've ever seen in my trading career. So a strong day, and after that, next day we gap down. And on Friday we have a green day, but the volume was pretty low. So if you go back on the weekly time frame, you can see the SPY is up almost about 6% for the week. All right, even though we actually gap down. All right, and then we end up closing really green. And guess what? By actually coming down and having the bounce, we actually defended two main key level in general. All right, so the buyer definitely defended the all-time high of 2022. All right, this level becoming establish itself as support, and we also have that major trend line that we see here on SPY. So that major trend line is also a trend line support that we can see that the buyers tend to actually buy the dip near that level. And here we back again near that trend line for another interaction with price and that trend line. So once again, that trend line shows its case to be a nice buying spot, right, in this specific price action on the weekly time frame. So I'm definitely keeping that trend line in check to see how price action tend to react there. And I'm also expecting this level, which is like a big specific, the 480 level, that will be acting as a nice support as well. So every time the price action comes out right here, I want to see some buying pressure coming in on SPY. So let's go on daily time frame. I want to talk about the specific key level I'm watching and my simple game plan for next week on SPY. So quickly, right, there's a couple of key level that I'm gonna have on my chart. So I'm gonna add the 520 level here. So let me fix that. Add the 520 here level. I'm gonna make this right. I'm also gonna have the high of Friday here. It's gonna be a key level to clear to go to the upside. And I'm also gonna have the high of the Wednesday right here. I'm quickly gonna talk about those levels and how I'm planning to use them really quick. All right, and also gonna have the 510 level as well. So those pretty much at the daily time frame. All right, so pretty much that level, that high, which is the 536.5, is gonna be a key main level. So quickly on the daily time frame, that's what I have. So now for any day trade opportunity, that's what I'm looking for. So first I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. Let's go over those levels really quick. So I'm watching this level, which is the 536.5 level, for a break above for me to be bullish. I want to see the buyers can break that level, reclaim that level, and establish that level as support for me to be bullish. And if we clear the 536.5, we have enough room to go all the way to 548 if the buying pressure is there. Below that level, I won't be looking too much about for buying opportunity. I'll probably be looking for either a right back to the 520, which is about 14-point move down, which is pretty much decent, all right? Because we have a nice volatility in the market, we can definitely break that 520 and go all the way down to the 510, all right? So first, all right, if you cannot break that level and hold about it, then I'll be looking for the opportunity to actually go all the way down to 520. So the 520 is gonna be a bounce level, so careful here. I want that one on short. When we come here, I'm probably gonna want to take profit or trying to catch the bounce. But mainly, If we fail that level right here, we cannot break above it on Monday, then I'll be focused to actually catch a day trade to the downside near for a while back to the 520. And if buyer cannot come and defend the 520, then I'll probably look for another while down to the 510. And we're only gonna be looking for a whole while down to the 510 if the 516 level is being broken as well. Because the 516 level is the sneaking bounce level. I'm not gonna have that on my chart because I wanna have the main key target on my chart. So that's pretty much what I'm looking on SPY. Pretty simple. So this right here is not really a crazy target based on how volatile the market has been. So from 536 to 548, that's about a 12-point move, right? Really not crazy. So this is the first target in terms of the big target that I think SPY can go to if the buying pressure is there, especially if the tariff got better, because we already have some news about Trump accepting some key element in tech, such as semiconductor chips will be pretty much won't be part of the tariff. So I think that can be good news for the tech sector and actually can push the whole market out together. So if you happen to actually clear the 548, which was the high of Friday, then we can go all the way up to like 570 level, which is gonna be a nice rebound from the low right here. So we have that trend line that I think the market will go and try to break it. All right, we definitely gonna make a move toward that trend line. For us, we need to break the 536 level, as I said, and go for that trend line. And this gonna be another level of resistance, and this one another level of resistance. If we clear all this, then most likely it's a free for all to go all the way out to the 570. So the 570 is pretty much like a big target that I'm watching. If we actually can clear those three resistance level that I have here. So that's what I have for today, guys. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you're looking for a trading community where you can actually connect with other like-minded traders, make sure to check the link in the description, and I will see you in the trading Discord. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.